I'm driving home after my midterm, and I just want to say that uni is hard. Uni is very difficult, and to some that might be like, okay, yeah, of course, it's supposed to be like hard. But for someone like me, like that's a huge thing to admit, and you gotta give yourself grace, especially if you're doing this. Uni is not for everybody, you know. After my experience with Penn, I no longer look down on people who don't go to post-secondary, right? And it's sorry that I even like said that before, because I was like, this was when I was like a fetus, like I didn't know anything. But like, uni is so hard, and for you to be able to go through something like this, I think you should give yourself props even when you're struggling, right? I was doing this midterm for my stats class, modern data mining, and it just like dawned on me. Last year, studying computational biology, this was one of my electives that I have to take. I can't believe I reached this point, and I'm still struggling, and that's okay. That's okay, because despite me struggling, I still went through it, right? When I took my leave, I heard from many people, OMG, like I should think of transferring, delaying my graduation further. It wasn't easy, and I still did it. Like when I got this sweater, like you get this sweater your junior year at Penn, right? It has your P obviously, and it has your class year. It was such a big deal to me because it's like I did it, right? I got the sweater. This sweater to me basically signified that I'm going to graduate here, right? But the one thing that I wish I did differently was to be kinder to myself during my time here, right? I'm first gen here. It's not easy. There are so many things that like come with the first gen experience that aren't even talking about money or whatever, right? Just about how to interact with professors, like the social capital that I didn't have, the cultural capital that I didn't have, and like even the way that I talk, the way that I communicate in emails, I had to learn completely new set of rules, right? To socialize here, to be here, and that's hard, right? I talked about before struggling when it came to working. Like I max out all my 20 hours that I'm allowed to work on campus here. How many people are working part-time as often, like, you know, even with the coursework that I'm taking, computational biology, my stupid engineering classes, but during this whole time, I'd be struggling, especially the engineering. I had no engineering, like computer science background before I came here, and then I'm doing like how many engineering classes in a semester, and I could not be like, oh my god, this is hard, I need help. Oh my god, this is hard, and that's okay. Like this is supposed to be difficult. That's why there are all these resources, right? And if there's anyone listening who is in this position, just give yourself grace. Like me going to the high school I went to, graduating, good job, hallelujah. Then I said I want to go to post-secondary. I was gonna go to like the one you guys call community college, and then transfer to uni, but God had different plans, and I ended up at one of the best schools in the world. And then that one, it doesn't go through my head to think, oh, I'll struggle a bit, right? And that's okay. Ask for help, right? So again, if anyone's in my situation where it's like you find yourself like not even just the school, like Penn, just post-secondary period, any situation where it's like, oh my god, this is difficult, but you're trying, give yourself grace, right? Because you haven't given up, you know. I just wish I knew that earlier, because I think that if I'd known that earlier, I wouldn't feel shame going to talk to professors, going to a tutoring center. I wouldn't beat myself up. The first time that I cried over a grade here was when I got a C in Calc 1, right? It was crazy. Now that I think about that, I was crying over that, but I was not exposed to this type of math, like, because of the pandemic and everything like that. I felt so stupid. But instead of saying, oh, okay, this is literally your first year here, lock in, not like lock in, but like, you know, don't be so hard on yourself, right? And it's not, I'm not gonna say it's not entirely my fault, but again, it's just like the upbringing. I just wish I knew that earlier, that university is hard, and it's okay to struggle. Will I try and carry on this mindset to my other classes? Yeah, I will. I'm trying to like develop a sense of self-compassion. Even saying it, self-compassion, self-grace, sounds so woo-woo to me. It's like, oh, da da da. Like I'm soft. That's the word. I hate it. I hate feeling like I'm soft or something. But me beating myself up, like what is that gonna continue? It's gonna do nothing for me. So like, why would I continue to do that, right? But again, like, I'm not like gonna blame myself to say like, oh, I just woke up one day and decided to hate myself. There's a reason for these patterns. It's just I'm at this stage in my life where I realize these patterns no longer serve me, and I cannot continue to do this. So yeah, that's what I want to say. Thank you. Bye bye. Oh my god.